Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to show you how to make the ultimate FAQ page to answer customer questions with accordions and toggles using Nexter's blocks.
Alright, so the premise of this video is really simple. It's going to be frequently asked questions. And why do we want this on our website? Well, one of the main reasons why we want it is to answer frequently asked questions. We're going to have a contact form, we're going to have our email and our phone number and social media. And while it's not bad to answer our customers or users' inquiries, it does take a lot of time and effort to answer simple questions, like yes or no answers. If we had an FAQ page, we can direct our users, customers, to that page, and a lot of simple yes or no kind of basic answer or questions will be answered, and that leaves more time for our customer service or our media manager, social media managers, or whoever to answer the more important questions. So we already have a website here, right? And you can check out a video on how we made this and many other websites. And as you can see, we only have home, we have our menu and services, and we have our contact us page. So let's go ahead and make a brand new page and make it our FAQ page. So here on the dashboard, pages, add new page. And here we can go ahead and start with our FAQ page. So let's give this page a title. Okay, and then we can click on publish over here. And let's go ahead and take a look at what blocks we can use. So an FAQ page, if you look at some major companies, it's literally just hyperlinks on the list, but that's kind of boring, isn't it? So what we can do is add a probably a heading, advanced, okay? And then let's go ahead and let's choose a style here. And then now we can change our, our text over here, okay? And then we're going to put this, okay? And then we can change the position of this. And for the style, let's go ahead and change our title tag over here, as well as over here. And then we can go ahead and change the typography manually if we wanted to do so. So let's go ahead and choose one of these, make it a bit bigger. And then we can also change the color as well. And for this one, let's change the size to make it a bit bigger, wider. Okay, and then we can also change the color of this as well. Okay, now we can add a background to this. Okay, oops. And let's put this as our background color. Okay. And then if we wanted to, we could let's make the opacity of this a bit less, okay? And then we can go ahead and add a container here, right? A flex box points down. We'll drag and drop this over here. And then within that that container, we can put in another background, which is an image, okay? And then we can go ahead and choose whatever image we want. Okay, so if this is wide enough, that isn't. We have some wider photos here in our library. Okay, there we go. And then we can change the minimum height. We can set this as that. Okay, and then for our content width, we'll make it full. And that should be cool. And once we view the page after it's done saving, we can take a look at our heading area. Okay, very nice. Now we can add in the actual frequently asked question areas. So we can go ahead and the main block we're going to use is accordion, but let's go ahead and put in a container here just to show you. We're going to go with this for 2x2 for container area, just to show you how to make things a bit more interesting. And one thing to keep in mind with frequently asked questions is that you want to lay it out in a simple and easy to read way. So while other companies might just have everything in hyperlinks, right, like headings, like an outline for a essay or research paper or something like that, and that makes it real simple, other times you might have a bunch of boxes, right? Especially if you use the frequently asked questions of your favorite WordPress theme. They all look kind of the same and they have a search box. For this one, we're going to go ahead and just demonstrate what you can do with these Nextdoor blocks, right? We have a very cool heading here and we have a flex box over here. Let's go ahead and put in, well, we can put an info box over here. Or we can put in a heading right here, and we'll keep it simple, right? Because we want our users to be able to read whatever these are, right? We'll put heading 4 on both of these, and we'll put here X, Y. Okay, and then we can go ahead and center these. Oh, it's not going to be that. It's going to be with our container here. Flex property, let's align everything in the middle. And then the same with this. Align here and then here. And then now we can put in our accordion. So our accordion here, we can import pre-designed templates, but we can design this from scratch. Again, it's something that's real simple. And let's, yeah, okay. And you can see that this accordion, once we click on it, right, it opens and it closes, and we can add or subtract from here. But mainly it's going to be a bit easier to edit it from this right-hand area. So accordion 1 over here, we'll put this as Q1. And then for our content, we can put patterns like our editor, we can put in images or something like that. But we can go ahead and just type in some text here. Okay, and then over here, and then you can see once we click on this, it's going to change. And likewise, we can go over here, Q2, and then type this in. Right, this is just all placeholder text, so don't worry about that. And if we wanted to, we can duplicate this from here, or we can just add a new one here and then put Q3, oops, Q3, and then that's going to be our text over there. And then we can go ahead and change, we can enable or disable the toggle icon. So that's this going to be this plus or minus icon. We can align it to the left or to the right. We'll put it on the left over here. And extra options, just the title tags. And there's a bunch of other options if you get the pro version, but let's not worry about that right now. And then for typography, we can change our typography here, change the title font to something else. Okay, and we can change the color to something else again. For the active color, we can change it to, again, something different. So once we activate it, it's going to highlight it over there. And when we hover over it, we can put on a different color as well. So hover over this, and when we click on this, this one turns green. And then for the title background, we can change, well, we can add a background color to each one of these. Right, let's make a little yellow just to make things cool. And then we can also change it to change the background color when it's active, right? And you can see, there you go. You can add shadow border radius to this if you want to make it pretty. And for the content themselves, we can change the typography. But so far, so good. It looks fine. We'll just go with Helvetica, and we'll align everything to the middle if we can. or let's put it on the left, just make it easier to read, and change the text color as well. We can change the background for this, but I won't do that. Might make it a bit harder to read. The toggle icon, we can change the spacing and indent. The front icon, if we added a front icon, we can do that as well. Okay, so with that done, let's go ahead and duplicate this. And then we can put this over here and the other one. And we can go ahead and put on here layout. We can add a front icon if we wanted to, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and let's lengthen these just so you can see how different they are. And then, oops, a better editor for here. Just used to clicking it on over there. Okay, and you can see the difference between these two already. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and save it and take a look at our live site again. And then here we have our frequently asked questions area. Okay, questions about X. No, I don't need to know about that. About Y. Okay, here's my question 1, and then my question 2. Right? Okay, maybe I'm a bit curious. All right, what else will I know about your company or website or business from here? Okay, that's cool. Now, it's kind of bare. Yeah. How about we add another area over here in the bottom, and let's put a container down here, grid of 2, and then over here let's put on a heading, and then didn't answer. Okay, and then we can change the heading of that. Well, here, since it's a container, we'll have to go and align the row over here. And then over here, we can put on a button here. Okay, beautiful. Contact us. We can center this, but again, it's going to be here with the container. Contact us. And then for the link, we can go ahead and copy paste our contact us area here. Hit enter. Great. And then we can customize this button. Let's change the color to something else. Let's make it orange, just for fun. And let's save that and see how this looks like. Oh, a new tab. Okay, and then see if that works. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so here we have our frequently asked questions area. One last thing, because we don't have it here on our header yet. If you watched the other video and you want to know how to do that, or if you don't know yet, this is going to be your introduction to an extra extension. Let's go back to our dashboard, down to the theme builder, an extra extension, and then theme builder. And then we've already made this header in a previous video. So let's go ahead and click on edit. And over here, we will see our area header area over here. And just like the accordion, we can add another menu, and we'll put here, we'll put here, well, first off, let's put on a link, or FAQs is what I put it as, didn't I? It's going to search for it here. Okay, and then we'll put over here the menu text, FAQs. Let's save that and take a look at the final product on our site. Okay, so here we are on our website. Okay, homepage. All right, we have menu and services, and we have our contact us page. But, you know, I read about all of our menu, our services over here that we listed down here. but I have some questions, and we can probably put on a button or a link over here or on the top right here in the header instead of making it a menu item. But here we have our frequently asked questions, and it's laid out in a simple and easy to read way, right? Question 1, question 2, question 3, and again, you can go back into the editor and add as many as you want, but it's best to really keep it simple, and there's more complicated ones, but this one, this way, it makes it easy to find the answers to the questions we're looking for, and also, not only that, but it gives us the option to reach out to our customer service or just contact us. And once we click that, it's going to take us to our contact us page. So we know where to find them, where their business is at, their telephone number is over here, and so is their email. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next.
Hey, if you want to know where to get the blocks that we used in this video to make forms real simple, real easy, check out the link in the description. It'll take you to the website of Nexter where you can get the Nexter blocks yourself. Now, if you check out the pricing, they have 3 different levels: starter, professional, and studio. We recommend getting the studio one because it's a one-time payment. It's lifetime. You get all the blocks. You don't have to worry about not having the right blocks to get what you need done. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey, if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out one of our other videos, or go ahead and check out our channel and subscribe to see more content like this.